To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What is it about Disney that makes us happy? Is it the magical whistle as your ticket is scanned at the main gate? Is it the seafaring smell of pirate water? Or is it charting a course to a land where you may never grow up? Whether it's singing a familiar song, watching a movie, or riding your favorite attraction for the 100th time, Disney undeniably has a way to warm our hearts, believe in magic, and bring joy into our lives. This is Main Gate Magic, a podcast where we break down and discuss the infectious happiness, delight, and thrill of all things Disney.
And beyond!
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Main Gate Magic. It is Tuesday, October 14th, and we're on episode 40 already of the year. Season 2, episode 40, and I'm happy to say we have a returning guest with us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming back to the Main Gate Magic stage, Mr. John Morris, the voice of Andy from Toy Story. John, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back on.
I had the applause. Where is it? Come on. There it is. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, you guys will have to forgive the delay here. I am broadcasting from my hotel room in San Antonio, Texas, where my wife and I are at. So we have been house hunting and found a place to live. So we will be Texans in 1 month time. So, but enough about me. John, how the heck have you been?
I've been good. This is a special year because it's the 30th anniversary of Toy Story. And
That's right.
so I've just been having a blast. The little Andy Funko Pop came out, which was very exciting.
So nice.
There have been all these exciting collabs, like with Levi's and lots of other kind of different collaborations. New toys have come out and new versions of toys. And I've been really busy, which has been fun, like going to events, meeting fans. So it's been good. Yeah, I'm excited about MouseCon next month, which I know we'll talk about.
Yep, and I've been noticing your Instagram has been just filled with all these different conventions you've been going to. So you have been a busy little beaver.
Yes, I have been. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be busy, and that being said, I've kind of made sure to leave a weekend here or there to kind of relax a little bit, so it's not constantly like living out of a suitcase.
Yes.
But it's been fun. It's been it's been fun to it's been fun to kind of do local shows in California and then fly to Texas and even go abroad and do some cool things. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, do most people know that it's the 30th anniversary of Toy Story, or do you kind of fill them in when they come to your table?
I'd say about half and half, because a lot of the events are kind of marketing it that way, like 30 years of Toy Story, and that's kind of one of the reasons I'm there. But then a lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, 30 years, now I feel old." I hear that a lot. And I know what they mean.
I'd like to say
I
that
know
I
what
wasn't
they
alive.
mean because
I was
it's
live,
yeah, it's kind of wild. Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Ben wasn't able to make it to our show, but he is the youngest cast member of our show. And I can't remember, is he? I don't think he's even 30 yet, is he? Does anybody
not.
remember?
He's
Yeah.
he's in his 20s, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he's 30 yet.
But everybody
Okay.
else here is 30 and above, I think. So
I mean, I was
does-
trying to fly under the radar, but
Millennial. Yep.
millennial.
Hey, millennials.
I'm
Woohoo,
swimming in a
it's the
sea of
best era.
millennials.
No.
Holy cow, what did I get myself into?
Magic, Jason.
Magic, absolutely, absolute magic. So yeah, we're sorry Ben couldn't make it here tonight, but he should be back in next week. And I mean, obviously, John, we've had you on the show before. We talked a lot about Toy Story. We talked mostly about Toy Story 1, and I know that because this is the 30th anniversary, we could talk about the same thing.
but I don't know if we ever talked about the other movies as well. Now, you were
Mm-hmm.
in one, two, and three, obviously, as the voice of Andy, and your
Mm-hmm.
voice grew along with the story of Toy Story as well. Um,
Yep.
but you were kind of you weren't a character in Toy Story 4, but I'm assuming you've seen it. And I think I've always wanted to get your opinion. Like, what did you think of it?
Yeah, so there's just like a little quick flashback at the beginning of, Andy and growing up and such, but I I like Toy Story 4. I mean, I like
Mhm.
the idea of the story continuing, and I just sort of think of it as 1 through 3 as Andy's story, and now we're kind of on to Bonnie's story, you know?
Yes,
Um, and that being said, a lot of fans will say to me, like, "Oh gosh, it could have been a trilogy, 1, 2, 3." I know what they mean, because it wrapped up so well in a
Mm,
way with Andy's story
perfect.
at the end of Toy Story 3. Yeah. But I mean, I like the new characters in Toy Story 4. A lot of people really like Forky and the other new characters, and it was a cool premise, like at the carnival with the antique store.
It was
So
fun.
yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
fun, and I'm excited about Toy Story 5 too. I
Mhm.
don't know how far they're gonna go with the Toy Stories, um, which is a question I get a lot. But we know, like Andrew Stanton and others said, like, we're gonna keep bringing these stories to you, so they're gonna keep coming. Um, yeah, so I mean, I love the characters just like everyone else, and I'm I trust Pixar, so I trust them to, spend a lot of time and energy and heart and sweat to, you know, that they pour into these stories. So
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have
guessing
a fun question. Can I ask
yeah.
a question? Just a fun question off the bat for you, John.
Hmm.
For the first film, what, in your opinion, is the main message? If like there's like moral messages in every fantastic movie, what would you say is the main message of the first film?
Good question.
Didn't
Um,
know we'd be
I
getting
mean,
this deep, did you?
yeah,
I love
no, I
these
like it.
questions.
I like it. I
Thank
like
you.
deep questions.
Me too.
Um, yeah, I think, there's this thread of, especially because the theme song is You've Got a Friend in Me,
Mhm.
there's
Mhm.
definitely a thread of friendship, togetherness,
Yeah.
teamwork, loyalty. So those are kind of some words that come to mind when I think about Toy Story and really all the movies. I've always been struck by, especially just talking about Andy and like with Woody and Buzz, like just how much he loves his toys, how much he cares about them, the fact that they're like friends to him. I've always loved that about him, and obviously that's a contrast to Sid. um,
Yeah.
you know,
Totally.
and that being said, some of the Pixar creative team have said over time that it's kind of looking at the way different kids play with toys because Andy like really takes care of them and they're his friends, and then Sid is like super experimental and wild
E-
and intense. Um,
Yeah.
That
and
experimental,
and
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's a
say that's
mild
kind of
So
like
way
a
to
kind,
nice
put
so
it.
way to
That's
put
kind.
a
it.
G-rated way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sadistic little,
experimental.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but he his like Frankenstein toys and stuff. So, so it's interesting to look at it that way. But yeah, I'd say friendship, togetherness, teamwork. Those are like some of the themes. Yeah.
I'd
Do
say even
you
like
That's
breaking
a good
barriers,
perspective.
because
Yeah.
Woody was like very comfortable in his zone in Andy's room, and then all of a sudden
Mhm.
comes some punk with a rocket, just like the John the
Yeah.
what was it what's his name,
Strange
the
things
guy.
are happening to me.
Strange things are happening to me. What was the name of Randy Newman, the
yeah.
song that he wrote for
Yep.
that? And then went
Yeah.
from
Mhm.
out
Yeah.
of the blue comes some punk with a rocket. It's like, yeah, and then
Hmm.
all of a sudden his
Yeah.
world is turned upside down, and he has to actually rely on Buzz to get back home,
Mhm.
and he has to break through that that barrier of I'm Andy's toy, not this one. He doesn't even realize that he's a toy.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah.
hard thing, especially
That's
for
kind of a
people who
huge
have been
thing
set in their
too.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. I never thought of the friendship point to as much as you said, John, but it makes a lot of sense because the part where Buzz he finds out that he is just a toy and he says, "Why would Andy want anything to do with me?" And then Woody has to get out of his comfort zone and look at it from a new perspective and say, "You are a cool toy." Instead of looking at it as my life is over because I'm not who I thought I was, it's look at the glass half full. It's you have something so special to offer this child. And then because Woody's complimenting him, he actually sees his worth and he humbles himself and they become friends. Because he lets his ego down.
Definitely.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think also kids relate to that too, because, maybe you're new at a school and you're sort of the new toy, so to speak. And there's kind of a way things are. And then there's a new toy and, the new kid. And so I think it has these sort of universal themes too, that we relate to,
For sure. Thomas, I know you had a question for John. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just curious how much you knew about Andy's future when you got the script for even Toy Story 2. Did you know how far they were gonna how much did you know beforehand and before each script?
Yeah. So when we were recording, we would kind of go scene by scene. And so the story would just kind of unfold, if you will, for me. And they showed me storyboards, but of one scene at a time. And so I had a hunch there was going to be a Toy Story 2, but I did not know there was going to be a Toy Story 3, especially 11 years later, so I was super excited when I found out. And then it took me a second. It's oh, Andy's a teenager. He's 17 and off to college. How cool. And I was just so excited. Of course, I couldn't talk to anyone about it, but I was excited that they were going to do that. And I thought it was a really good idea. And yeah, so I would just kind of get bits and pieces along the way. And then at the just be kind of was so much. I mean, yes, I it's okay, they had created because
Is anybody hearing breakup? Because I'm maybe it's just my connection at the hotel. I can't hear, but it sounds like things are kind of sputtering a
John's
bit.
been breaking up for about half
I
a minute now.
I think Andy turned into Emperor Zurg for a second. So
You're still with us, right, John?
John,
I can see you. Can you see?
I can see you, but you're frozen and we can barely hear you. It's kind of broken up a bit.
Breaking up.
Oh no.
Oh no. Looks like Andy left the room, everybody.
Oh, I heard him a little bit.
Should
Just a
there
little
you are,
bit.
John.
I can hear you.
Okay. Testing.
Okay,
testing,
there you
are.
1, 2,
You're
1,
back.
2.
You're back.
Okay.
Andy's
Okay.
back.
Technology. Oh dear.
I know.
So sorry, I'm not sure what you missed out on or where I left off, but
Kind of everything.
Basically,
You
Okay.
cut out about a minute ago. You were
Yeah.
talking about you had to keep quiet about Andy, the movie coming out 11 years.
yeah. So I had to keep
that's the last
quiet
thing
about
I
it,
heard
and they would
too.
just kind of give me bits and pieces along the way, and then I would see the finished product at the premieres.
Okay.
Okay.
And then that's when yeah. And
Oh no, there he goes again.
I
Lose him.
just saying at the premiere.
I don't know what's happening tonight, guys. We got a bad connection. I'm so sorry for this.
Oh no.
I know. It sounds like he's
Let's
stuck in the
see.
Matrix, like he took
Right?
the blue pill.
No, he's on the grid. Come on,
That's right.
Jason.
Sorry. I told you I'm tired. I'm not
Is
really
there
Craig.
Shoot.
is there a way to like refresh or not so much?
Oh, you're
You're
back
back. You're
on.
back again. It
You're
just
good
seems
now.
to be kind of like coming in waves. That's all.
Yeah,
It's
like a
coming in
little bit.
waves. Okay.
And waves, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, might just be like
Um,
a spotty connection or something like that. So
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, so in a nutshell, I would just see the finished product at the premieres.
Hmm.
That
gotcha.
must have been so exciting to see it all come
Yeah.
together and like be like, whoa, that's what they were doing. Like,
So exciting. Yeah, the premieres are always really surreal too, because it's just like, oh my gosh, there's the whole cast is here, and it's wild. Especially because we recorded individually, separately.
Oh right, yeah. I know they do that a lot with shows like this. I
Yeah.
mean, but this was pre-pandemic too, so I mean they technically could have gotten everybody in a studio, but you also had lines with the character that played your mom and a few others here and there. But you were always alone?
Yeah, I was always just with the directors and the writers and producers.
Interesting.
And they would sometimes they would book our sessions back to back, but we wouldn't record together.
Wow.
At least I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure like Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, they were probably in rooms together at some point, bouncing off of each other and stuff like that. Because there was certain scenes where they had to be just like on point with each other and just giving their reaction based on the other characters' lines.
I would
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Although that being said, I think they've been going in solo for Toy Story 5. So
Oh,
yeah.
sometimes I also wonder if it's to keep it a secret.
Keep it
No.
keep it a secret, and also maybe just from a scheduling perspective too, might be tricky to
Right.
sync everyone up. Yeah.
Do you
Well,
have
before
a,
we get in, wait,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, guys. Before we get into more questions, really quick, I do want to acknowledge some people in the audience because they've been kind of asking some questions and stuff like that. Thomas, did you want to do your follow-up question really quick
Oh,
before
yeah,
I
I
do
was just-
that?
I was just gonna follow up if you choked up when Andy was saying goodbye, or thanks guys, in Toy Story 3, if like you actually choked up,
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, the director Lee Unkrich, he said to me, think about a time when you've said goodbye to someone or something and you were never going to see them again.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. And, I graduated from UCLA with acting, in acting. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to personalize this. I'm going to, get into this space. And yeah, I was totally emotional recording it. And I hear from a lot of people that's when they get emotional watching Toy Story 3. That scene and then the incinerator scene is what I
Yes.
hear
Oh
from,
God.
is what I hear
Yes.
from people. Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. And as we know, in all Pixar movies, there's a moment or two where you usually get emotional anyway. But
Yeah.
but
Of course.
yeah. But those are kind of the emotional. And I do think, I teach voiceover now, and I think there's a lot to be said about like when you are experiencing something emotionally and it's real, that translates to the listener. I think that is something very true to voiceover. And so
it's
so
awesome you teach voiceover.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. Really fun. I love doing it.
And for anybody who
Yeah.
wants to actually hear John recreate that scene, I went back and took a look at your last episode that you did for our show. That was back on July 16th, 2024. It was episode 14 of season 1. If you scroll through that video, you actually did redo that scene where you're talking to Emily. Is it not Emily? It's what is her name? Bonnie. Where
Yeah.
you're talking to
Voiced
Bonnie
by
and
Emily.
you're just
Yeah.
yes, right. Which is crazy because that was also the name of Jesse's owner was Emily.
Oh yeah, it was. Talk
Yeah.
about another
So-
tearjerker. Wow.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, right. That's another tearjerker moment. Yeah.
Yeah, when she loved me. I mean, come on, that's like Pixar knows
gosh.
how to just rip those tears out of
Yeah.
your face.
Pixar
heard
and Sarah
Sarah-
McLachlan.
Oh
Sarah
God,
McLachlan
yes.
cried when she sang that
I can bet.
after.
Yeah.
Okay, Take 135.
Uh,
Everybody's
Let's
just
try to get it
sobbing.
straight. I know.
Can't
I
even.
know.
And what they did to us in that scene, having Bonnie wave Woody's hand,
Oh my gosh.
just I
Yeah.
mean, and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
obviously he sits up
And
later
it,
and says, "So long,
yeah.
partner." Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and
Arrow
it's
right through the
also like
heart.
the music and the visuals and the
mhm.
I love the fact that Toy Story starts with the clouds and at the end of Toy Story 3 it pans up to the clouds. That
Yes.
part always gives me chills. I'm like, yes, the clouds.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
All
Yeah.
right, let me get to some folks in the audience who have been waiting patiently. So we have our friend Shamim in the house. Shamim, he says hi, John. I see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show it here. Yeah, there he is. Hi, John, and he says hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi, Shamim.
And he will be seeing us at MouseCon as well. So he will be there for the 10th anniversary of MouseCon in Concord on November 2nd, I think is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. It's a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to that. Patricia's in the house, one of our favorite fans. She says, hi, everyone. Love Toy
Hi,
Story.
Patricia.
Hard to believe it's been 30 years. I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Let's see. I'll get to some other questions in a second, but Annie is in the house too, and she says, happy Tuesday. Hello, Annie.
Happy
Um,
Tuesday.
my dad, Odie's in the house, says, howdy, y'all. He says, that's new for the new Texans.
Hi, Odie.
And yeah, believe it or not, I have caught myself a couple of times saying y'all out here. Not intentional. It's just happens when I go places. Um,
Fit
and
right in
then
already.
yeah, I know. I really don't want to do it, but it just happens sometimes. Andrew's in the house. He will also be at MouseCon. He says, greetings from the dark side. Always good to see Andrew
Andrew.
in the house. And he says, good to see you, John.
You too,
Always a great
Andrew.
friend of the show. Yeah.
Look, I
And
have my
let's
lightsaber
see.
right here.
He's ready. Ready for you, Andrew.
Although this is Luke's. Sorry.
That is Luke's
Yep.
from Return of the
That's
Jedi.
Luke.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
My little keychain. Yeah.
Kobe's in the
light-
house and he says, there's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Nice.
And let's see. Jerry Cornell, also another one that's going to be at MouseCon. He says, hello, John. Hello from
Jerry.
Theme
Hi,
Parkology.
Jerry.
And oh my gosh, I got a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to get everybody's hellos in here before I start going to the questions. Okay, I think we're good. So let
Yeah.
me go to the first question from Shamim. He says, here it is. Question for John. When you first saw Toy Story, what was your first reactions of seeing Toy Story in theaters? Now, you were young. So
Yeah.
what was
So
that all
I
about?
was
How'd that go?
yeah, so I was cast when I was 7.
Mm,
And then it came out when I was 11. And so I remember being at the premiere, and Andy is the first voice we hear.
right.
And so I was just like, oh my gosh, that's me. And I kind of sunk down in my chair because I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, oh, everything I recorded is they kept it,
Yeah.
and I just it was very surreal in a good way.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it was just really exciting. It was like, oh my gosh. And then I just remember how much fun I thought back to how much fun I had in the recording sessions, and John Lasseter did such a good job at kind of like bringing that out in me, that excitement, and capturing it. And so I just was super excited. And then as we start hearing the toys, everyone does such a good job. It was just so exciting. Like, oh my gosh. And there's just so many characters, and it's such an incredible cast, and so I just feel really lucky to be part of it. And yeah, it was just so exciting to see it all come together. And I just felt really proud. And then I was like, yes, the whole world gets to see this, because it's wraps for it's so under wraps while you're working on it,
Yeah.
Right.
Of course. It's got to be hard keeping it under your hat when you're that young. Wait, you went Walt Disney on us again,
like,
Frozen.
what? And oh, just that I got cast in. I didn't.
Sorry, John, you're breaking up on us again.
No.
Frozen.
I heard Frozen. Let it go.
Frozen. Testing. 1, 2, 2.
Almost there.
One,
Testing,
two.
testing.
Is it coming back?
It's,
Hold on,
it
let me
says
get
I
the
have
paddles, the
full
shock
bars,
paddles.
which
Clear,
is
John.
It says I have full bars, so it's interesting. Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not sure. You're coming back slowly, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard you have full bars.
Still Frozen, coming back.
A little
I
better.
hear you. Yeah.
Is
have
there a
full
slight
bars,
breeze where
so I'm
you
not-
are? That
Oh.
happens to me. Oh no.
It's okay. We lost him temporarily, but we'll get him
Yeah.
back.
That
And
happens to
while
me
we're
if there's any sort
Oh,
of weather,
yeah.
a slight breeze, all the internet everywhere is just what do we do?
Yeah,
I
that's
know that's
true.
horrible.
It's the worst.
Well, while we're waiting for John to come back, I did miss somebody, and I do apologize, Patrick. It's good to have you on the show. And yes, of course, you can ask your
Patrick.
question. I will be throwing your question up after he finishes answering the question that Shamim asked. So I'll get to you very, very shortly.
One thing I love about Toy Story, I remember it came out when I was 6. It was so unbelievably revolutionary for the cartoon industry because it was computer animation. Like, it was the first one that was like, whoa, what is happening here? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
this
was
was
exciting and
Pixar's very
beautiful and
first full featured 3D animated film. It was kind of like their version of Snow White. And
yeah.
I actually remember it was big because I think Toy Story had already come out, or it was just coming out at the same time that Pixar was going public. And the company that I worked for at the time was actually the ones that were doing the Securities and Exchange Commission filings for them and actually helping them with their documents and, filings and the printing of their
No way.
prospectus out to the shareholders and everything. Steve Jobs actually came into our office and took a look at the final artwork for the prospectus cover and everything. It was pretty cool.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Little bit of history there. Let me check with John just to make sure that he is okay, or at least knows that he's not on screen anymore. I'm gonna go mute. If you guys want to talk about the movie, I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who do you guys resonate with the most? Like, if you could be any toy in the movie, like, who do you feel is like your spirit toy?
Oh wow. God, probably, in all honesty, one of the newer ones, Trixie, the Triceratops.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about her that I really like. I'm not quite as optimistic as her. I'm a little bit more prickle pants on that one. But she's just like, she's always one of the lines that I think is so hilarious. And she's like, hey, I have a question. Well, actually, I don't have a question. I have all the questions. And that is very my brain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got you, Trixie girl. I got you.
I love that. That's a really good one.
I think for me, it probably is Woody, just because they're like, when he tries to keep the crew all together, the toys all together, like, after all we've been through, like,
Right.
and then also my cynical, I like Mr. Potato Head. I feel like I'm pretty fun. Like, I like to challenge authority, not everyone's authority, but I kind of resonate with his character. Oh, he's back.
Oh, good.
He is slowly coming back. Hopefully he gets in. I tried calling, but maybe he was trying to reestablish a connection at the time.
How about you, Leia? Oh,
there he is.
Stay after.
Can you hear us okay,
Down
Tom?
the back.
Andy's coming, everyone.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe this.
No, it's still kind of frozen. Oh no.
We got him. We can see him.
I know. He's just doing that like whole, pondering life pose.
I was gonna say he's got a good pose at least.
I know, right? He's even got the
What
hand in
was
the
it?
right
What
position
was
and
it?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Everybody.
voiceover, Jason, you and I should do
Yeah.
a Toy Story on Smule sometime. We should
Oh my
find one.
gosh.
That'd be so fun.
I'm pretty sure I've done one before. My favorite scene is when Buzz finally realizes he is a toy, and he's lost his arm, and it was after the tea party with Sid's
This is
sister,
Nesbit.
and he's all, "You
Yeah.
see the hat?
Yes.
I am Mrs. Nesbit."
It's so great.
And then Woody actually uses Buzz's arm to slap him across the
Yeah.
face.
I'm sorry. I lost a little bit.
Right. I don't know what happened. I am sorry. Oh, a sham.
That's a good one.
Can't even jump out the window.
Right. The window. That's it. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry. Keep talking,
Good.
guys. I'm gonna call John again and see if I can get him on the line.
Oh,
Hopefully. Oh wait, here he
geez.
comes. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Positions, everybody. All right, fingers crossed. There he is.
Yay!
I'm literally
So
crossing my
good.
fingers. Okay.
Gotcha.
Beautiful
there you are.
pixelation. All
We
good.
can see you and we can hear you.
Sorry, everyone.
Hey.
It's okay. Stuff happens, it's why it's a live show. We know that stuff just, happens and gets glitchy every now and then.
Yes.
We
Okay.
persevere.
Yes,
We do.
persevere.
We do.
We don't
And
give up.
I think we got through Shamim's question about how you felt on, when you first saw the movie and everything. I just had kind of a quick follow-up question for you. Were you able to hang out with any of the other actors from the movie on the red carpet, like, Tim or Tom or anybody?
Yeah, I was able to there's always a lot going on at the premieres, but I was
Sure.
able to talk with them briefly and meet them, and they kind of put the pieces together like, oh, you're Andy, because someone had to voice
Oh, you're
Andy,
that
and it
guy.
was me.
Who's this
Yeah,
child?
and kind of a cool story from the Toy Story 4 premiere is I got to talk with Keanu Reeves for a while.
Mm.
Oh, no
So
way.
that
Duke
was
Kaboom.
yeah, Duke Kaboom, and also I'm a Matrix fan, so
Oh,
Yes.
that
so
was
much.
cool. Yeah, I got to talk to him. I mean, we didn't talk too much about the Matrix, but I see why he was cast as Neo, because he's kind of like Neo in real life.
Yeah.
So it was just cool to meet him and talk with him.
Well, and lately, John Wick, I mean, those movies are incredible.
Yeah.
I rewatch them all the time. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, he just has had such a career, so it was
Definitely.
just cool to kind of chat with
Definitely.
him a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's one of
Okay.
the most genuine, kind people. But I've heard that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
super down to earth. He's super down to earth.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we have another viewer that had a question for you. That's Patrick Flores says, have you ever watched the Disney movies that released in 1995, like a Goofy movie or Pocahontas, since Toy Story was released?
Yes, definitely grew up watching a Goofy movie and Pocahontas. And I've been lucky enough to do a few events with voice of, Goofy and Max and Pocahontas.
Yes.
Irene and Jason and Bill.
Aw.
Oh, no.
Cut
Job.
off your.
Um,
Oh, wait, there we go. Hold on.
I got another
we're
good
good.
pose though.
are we back? I'm all done.
We are back.
You're
Yeah,
doing
it
it
was
so
brief. It was
beautifully.
brief.
Okay, good.
gotta
I just
pose
find
and
it
dance.
ironic that
recently-
you mentioned the Matrix earlier, because you've been in the Matrix,
Uh-oh.
I think, since the beginning
Yeah,
of this episode.
I've been in the Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I recently, I've been lucky enough to do some events with Irene Bedard and Jodie Benson and Paige O'Hara and Linda Larkin.
Yes.
So I actually
awesome.
kind of recently rewatched all the kind of all those 90s Disney movies because I just wanted to have them fresh in my mind.
The Renaissance period.
Renaissance, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Renaissance period. Yes, exactly. And also I just kind of wanted to listen to them now that I know that actors a little better too, and just kind of hear their voices and yeah.
Indeed. It's
Yeah.
funny, Andrew, even though this is an older comment, he says there's a great disturbance in the force. That's
Yes,
probably the reason why we're having so many
apparently.
issues.
Maybe it's because
Yeah.
I showed the Luke lightsaber, and then like Andrew's here. I don't know, something's going on.
Maybe every time he does a force choke through the screen, it
Okay,
goes
I won't show
blank
the
on you and
lightsaber
you
again.
glitch
Yeah.
out. Right. So, Andrew, we're going to blame all of this tonight on you.
No.
It's okay. I
So
can do
much
that.
nicer than Darth Vader. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, and Patricia's saying, yeah, she cried during 3. I don't think there was like a dry eye in the audience when 3 came
Couldn't
out
have
in the
been.
theaters. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Couldn't have been.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard from someone like, "Oh, I didn't think that was that emotional." I haven't really heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't heard that yet. Yeah.
Oh, another good question from Shamim. He says, have you ever met Don Rickles and how was he? Because we know that he passed away, I
Yeah.
think, I don't know how many
Yeah.
years ago.
Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Potato Head.
Yes.
Mr. Potato
Yes,
Head.
Mr.
Yeah.
Potato Head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did meet him. I'm trying to remember if it was at the Toy Story or the Toy Story 2 premiere or both, but I did meet him. And then I actually did an event with Estelle Harris, which was really fun.
Oh,
So I got to spend some
nice.
time with her. Yeah.
She's
So
hilarious.
yeah, really hilarious. And the cool thing too is, sadly, of course, Jim Varney passed away too. But the cool thing is
Right.
Blake Clark replaced him as Slinky Dog, and they were best friends in real life.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And so there's
Oh, I
not only
love
that
that.
continuity of like Blake knowing him and knowing his voice, but a lot of people don't even know that it's a new voice for Slinky Dog because it's so seamless.
Yep.
Right.
And
Did a
so
great job.
yeah, they did. Yeah, I agree. And it's people are like, "There's a new Slinky Dog." It's like, yeah, there's a new Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
But they don't even know that. Yeah.
And what a wonderful tribute too.
Yeah, and he told me stories about Jim and how he kind of would listen to him and kind of copy him anyway, just for fun. And then that actually came in like he needed to do that for Slinky. Yeah.
Did you guys have Ernest's childhood? Ernest goes to camp and like.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The best.
Definitely watch the Ernest. Yes. For sure.
Let's see. We got a few other questions in the audience. Jerry is asking, John, do you have a favorite moment in your career? Something that stands out? I mean, I would say Toy Story stands out pretty strong.
Yeah, I think just like working on the Toy Story movies definitely stands out. The premieres definitely stand out. One really special thing I have, like in terms of a possession, is after Toy Story 3, they gave me like these beautiful archival bound scripts. So I have Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3, the scripts.
Oh,
And
wow.
so those are just like something I totally value. And I go back and look at them, and they're signed by all the creative team. So that's just like a super special thing that I have that feels like it kind of encapsulates 1 through 3,
Never let go of those. Those
Oh, no,
are
no, no,
treasured
no, no,
items.
no, no.
Treasured items. Yeah.
Yeah, those are like super treasured items. Yeah.
Disney Inuyamon says happy 30th anniversary, John, for Toy Story,
Oh,
of
thank
course.
you.
Yes.
So
Yes,
nice of you.
absolutely.
John, I have something pretty cool. So I know this one voiceover artist, and well, it's Tara Strong, and she said something so beautiful, and I wonder if you feel this. She said every voiceover character that she's ever done, that character like actually lives within her. Like it's so sentimental. There's actually like a part of her heart that is that character. Would you say that's how you feel like with
Yeah.
Andy? Yeah, that's awesome.
For sure.
How does it feel like to have like Andy?
Yeah, that's really beautifully put, and I agree. I always felt with him, it's like, okay, he's different from me, but in a way he's similar. Because like I'm also really close to my family. I'm close to my mom. I'm close to my siblings, so I understand what that is. I grew up playing with my toys just like he did in his room. So I've always been a little older than him in real life. so
Mhm.
I had to just kind of think a little bit younger.
Okay.
But I've always related to him, and Eric Von Detten, who voiced Sid, is a really nice person in real life, but I'm glad I voiced Andy versus Sid because Sid is just so intense. And Andy is like a good kid with a good heart, and I love that about him. Yeah.
He's
And
so
most of
cute.
the bad guys are usually very nice in real life because all the good
Yeah.
guys like to play bad guys. It's just the way
Yeah,
I think it's always
like
been.
Andrew.
Yes, right? And I think it's funny,
Exactly.
Patricia put a comment in there about your internet connection there when Sid finds your
Yeah.
router.
I know. Maybe because I brought up
Uh-oh.
Sid, I had the lightsaber. I don't know. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's outside messing with your antenna or something like
He's
that. I
all
don't know what's going
unplugged,
on.
plug in. Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah.
He's doing his
Let's,
experimentation.
Yes.
yes, let's go and play.
Right.
Um,
Ah.
Odie had a great question. I thought this is amazing, and please be honest about this one. Follow-up question: when you first saw Toy Story in the theater, did you do the dialogue as it went along? And I'm guessing he was meaning your dialogue. Like, did you repeat it while it was playing?
So I didn't repeat it out loud, but I kind of did in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And with voiceover, of course, we're not memorizing lines. We're like familiarizing ourselves with the script, but then
right.
it's right in front of us, which is a nice aspect of voiceover, especially for those who have a hard time memorizing lines. But they were present for me, and I was just thrilled to, sometimes they cut things out, and I was just like, oh, I don't think they cut that much out that I worked on, and I was
Yeah.
excited about that because I love those scenes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It must be really nice. All your hard work in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I've been in other projects where they did cut things out, and I was like, oh no, it's like, okay, I worked on a whole movie and my whole part got cut out, so
Oh.
that sometimes can happen.
The worst feeling.
Disney in you, Yaman. I hope I got that right. Says, "What's your favorite Toy Story you've voiced, and do you have a favorite?"
I mean, I do love them all. I think I have I slightly favor Toy Story and Toy Story 3, kind of for the reasons we've been talking about. Like, Toy Story
Sure.
was the original. I got to, create the character. And then with Toy Story 3, with just that final scene and how beautiful the writing is. And, so I'd have to say probably the first one and the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. Toy Story 2 just kind of was there. And I think because it was about the other toys being introduced, and Stinky Pete was like a incredibly great antagonist. I
Yeah.
mean, so evil. I think almost as evil as Lotso, but no, actually, Lotso was even worse because he actually almost killed the heroes in our show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I when I think of Toy Story, I think more of 1 and 3 than anything else. 4, good in its own right, but I miss them being at the houses and stuff. It was weird kind of seeing them out in the real world.
Right, like on the road. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I do hear from some fans that 2 is their favorite, especially if they really like Woody, because it
Hmm.
goes so much into his backstory. And then, of
That's
Mhm.
course,
true.
we meet Bullseye and Jesse. So, like, for Bullseye and Jesse fans,
Yeah.
they, and it has the airport scene, and yeah. So I do hear from some people, they're like, 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do really like 2. There's some really fun parts in it, but yeah.
Two is my favorite also. Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
They're right here.
Yeah. Patricia says a Toy Story Matrix parody with the toy phone would be hilarious.
Oh, yes. Of course.
They
the
pick up the
phone,
phone and they
yeah.
go back into the real
Yeah, the
world.
phone booth. Yeah. Give me that. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
I think Ryan.
Kobe.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think Ryan had a question. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
John, I was just wondering, so we've kind of been talking about Andy's mom and things like that. Do you subscribe to any of the lore? So like Andy's mom was Emily and she had Jesse because Andy's hat is actually Jesse's hat. Do you kind of dive into those things a little bit, and do you have any maybe insight into connections that we may or may not know about?
Great question. So I always love hearing about them because I think they're really interesting. My sense is the Pixar creative team, they like to kind of keep things open-ended. You know, like for instance, like what happens with Andy's dad, you know, like we don't know what happened with Andy's dad. So it's like these kind of open-ended things so you can kind of fill in the gaps and use your imagination. I know Toy Story 5, you know, is going to focus on Jesse. And so I wonder if some of those things will be announced, you know, some of those questions will be answered. I do think it's really interesting that Andy has the red hat and Jesse has the red hat, and there must be something there. So maybe 5 will answer that, or maybe not. But yeah, I also love like all the Easter eggs and the theories. I mean, I think they're just fascinating.
Yeah.
And maybe some of them will be answered over time.
Yeah, I was even watching recently Monsters Inc. and I think there was a scene near the end of the movie where Boo was playing with a Jessie doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And I think like
yeah.
the Pizza Planet truck is in every Pixar movie, and it's
Yes,
like, yeah,
absolutely.
I haven't quite found it in every Pixar movie, but this is what I've heard. Yeah.
It's pretty
I wish
obvious in that
Pizza
one. It's at the
Planet was
very end.
real.
Well,
I
it
hear
kind of
that from a
is.
lot of people. I know.
There's
It's
one
so
in
fun.
It's a
Disneyland, but
really
it's
cool place.
A few people
yeah.
have the trucks and they bring them to events, and that's very fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like how the old Chuck E. Cheese's used to be, you know, it's like just a different
Yeah,
theme. It's the same kind of pizza restaurant, if you will. Video games and animated characters and all themed towards one specific thing, only Chuck E. Cheese is some stinky mouse. So
totally. The
but
claw.
it's funny how
The claw.
that has
The
inspired
class.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the claw. Sorry, I didn't if you
Yeah.
froze on me again there, John. Sorry. I just think it's funny how that specific type of restaurant that serves pizza and has that kind of entertainment has, you know, inspired other people to make movies about them, like Toy Story with Pizza Planet and, you know, the whole Five Nights at Freddy's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on one second here. I'm just going to go through the chats really quick. And I think there was one that Kobe was asking that I thought was funny. And I know that this is probably not true, but he wants to know, is Sid your alter ego?
Oh, I've heard that theory before.
That's interesting. I mean, they are very yin and yang, like Andy and Sid.
Mhm.
I mean, again, Eric is very nice in real life. I honestly, I've always been a little scared of Sid, including when I saw the re-release in the theaters just in September with my mom. I was like, I'm scared of Sid. I'm still scared of Sid. Like he's freaky. I was scared of kids who were like him growing up. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's too much. It's too
Yeah.
much.
But I think they maybe tried to save him again. If you believe the lore, they tried to save
Yeah.
him when you know
Yeah.
he's supposedly the garbage man in 3,
Yeah.
and he tries to save toys and you know keep them from being thrown away after his
Right.
trauma from Woody.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, yes,
Right.
yes. That's true. Yeah, he just, I mean, Eric does such a good job because he's so scary. But it's also like, where are the parents? You know, like, like
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Andy's mom is and mom
Uh-oh.
like where else. But we know Andy's mom is so present that it kind of contrasts Sid's parents, you know.
Yeah, Sid's mom was just kind of like a voice in the background when she called and said his Pop-Tarts were ready.
Yeah.
Right. But like the fact that he has like a rocket and
Yeah, like
That he
how is he
ordered
getting this stuff?
himself.
yeah, it's like that's it's very dangerous. As we know.
Very dangerous. Don't try this
Very
at home,
dangerous.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking, we were talking about there's a technically a Pizza Planet at Disneyland and Tomorrowland. But speaking of the
Mm.
parks, Gary says, "What do
Mhm.
you think of the Toy Story ride I'm going to say California Adventure. He said the theme park, but it's at California Adventure. So what do you think of
Oh,
that
I
ride? I know you've
love
been
it.
on it.
Yeah, I've been on it. I love it. I love all the rides. I love all the rides. I love when I see, of course, Woody and Jesse in Frontierland. You know, that's always super exciting. I have a fun photo with them from Pixar Fest. Pixar Fest, which was so awesome. I loved Pixar Fest. I didn't want to leave.
Yes.
I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to leave Pixar
Bring it
Fest.
back.
Fun.
Bring it back.
Yeah, it's pretty
Seriously, it
Yeah,
was one of the
so much
greatest little
fun.
festivals they had there. It was really fun.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
good.
Loved it.
And speaking
Totally
of the
loved
Pizza
it.
Planet trucks, they actually hid those in, I think, what, almost every ride between California Adventure and even Disneyland. And you had to find them like a
Yeah,
little
Oh
Easter
yeah,
egg or
that's right.
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and there was the
great.
popcorn bucket and Slinky sipper that I
Yes,
have up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
I
cool.
can't see it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's up there. He's on a
Yeah,
shelf.
I'll take your word for you. I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a fun question for everyone. So,
Yeah.
aside from Toy Story, what's your guys' favorite Pixar movie?
Oof.
And we have to
Let's let
pick
our
one.
guest answer that first. Yeah.
We have to pick one.
Or you know what? Just have fun with it. You know, top one. Yeah.
Oh, even the top few is hard. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's not an easy answer.
I know.
I know
I
there's
have
so
to.
many.
Okay, I have to pick Monsters Inc. because I'm friends with Mary.
Fair.
And she's on next week. And
Yes.
and I love it. And I love Coco because it's just so unique.
Yes.
Oh,
It's so unique, the world that
Yeah.
is Coco.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I love Wally because of how futuristic it is, but also now it's like, well, actually,
Like,
are we
actually, we
that
are
far
all
away
looking
from it?
at
Right.
our screens, and actually,
Kinda
there are environmental issues, yeah, and Finding Nemo. So yeah,
Mm.
so I'd have to say Finding
Oh,
Nemo, Wally, Coco, Monsters Inc. See, I can't just pick one.
Yeah.
such beautiful ones. I know there's so many good
Couldn't do it.
ones.
There are.
Thomas, you're up. What's yours?
Um, mine is Monsters University because I'm a college student. I just like the college aspect of it, and I see myself a lot in Mike Wazowski, his character. I like Inside Out too. I like the new emotions that come in,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
think I like Toy Story 2. It's probably up there too.
So not Monsters Inc. because you relate to Mike Wazowski, not just because this is how we had the screen earlier.
I just liked Monsters. I don't know why Monsters University really speaks to me. Like I cry at the end, kind of like.
Oh, with
Yeah.
when she
Really,
says kitty.
oh no, for Monsters
Monsters
University.
Oh,
University.
Monsters University. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. But I cry at that part too.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Okay, all right. That's awesome. I mean, I know everybody's kind of got their scenes, but
Totally.
mine was at the end of Monsters Inc., the first one. That was
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's
another
good.
tearjerker.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're up next. What's
Mhm.
yours?
I mean, it's difficult to choose just one. You know, like everybody's been saying, they're all so good. I think the ones that I probably reach for the most, Wally, because that's my husband's favorite, and he's not too much of a Disney guy. So anytime I can get him into a Disney thing, I'm all for it. And to be perfectly frank, I'm genuinely not saying this just because John is here. I will scream this from the heavens. I think Toy Story 3 is a flat out perfect movie. Not a perfect animated movie per se, like just animated movie, but a perfect movie.
Yeah.
It wraps up the arc so well. I mean, just
Aw.
the feelings that you get, you know, we all grew up with it. Well, not all, but you know, for me, I grew
Mhm.
up the same time Andy
Mhm.
did. So
Yeah.
as he's
Yeah.
going off to college, I'm like,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
believe my toys too. So it just
Yeah.
it gets me on every single level. So I would honestly say Toy Story 3 is my number one.
Mm.
Awesome. Leia?
Is that- Okay, so
It was your
I
question. This should
actually
be
got so
easy.
excited when Thomas said Monsters University. When I saw that one, I was unbelievably blown away. Like Ryan feels Toy Story 3 is, to me, Monsters University is a perfect film. It's actually one of my favorite movies of all time. It goes
Mhm.
into like psychology, heart, it has humor, but like I love when Mike is sitting on the log and he's like, I did everything right and I'm just not enough. But then he figures out his strength and Sully explains why he's terrified, and then they come together and they scare the crap not out of kids but of adults, and
Yeah.
oh, it kills. And then
Yeah.
my second one, I literally just watched it last week, and not because of this, but I just love the film, is Toy Story 1. That film just has my heart. I love it so much. I
Yeah.
think it's also a perfect film. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
That's
John, you went out, but mine is Monsters University and Toy Story. So
Oh, good choices.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's not an easy one for me because I think Pixar has my heart captured for a lot of films.
Yeah.
But one of my go-tos is always The Incredibles. Brad
Oh,
Bird is my boy,
Yeah.
of
and I love
course.
superheroes, and it's
Mhm.
Yeah.
just such a great story. And to see the different age dynamics of the entire family going through the same problems as the parents are, discovering superpowers but having to keep them hidden,
Yeah.
and then the
So
need
good.
for the superhero genre in the world again. Um,
hmm
and I think out of that movie, Dash is probably my favorite because he's just so excited all the time to be able to
Yeah.
show off what he can do. But even with everything that he knows that he can do, he still doesn't know everything because near the end, he doesn't even realize until he's actually on the island and fighting the bad guys that he can actually run on water. And
Yeah.
that moment that he discovers that he can do that, and you
Mm.
just see that joy in his face, like,
His little laugh. Oh yeah.
yes, yes,
I love Dash.
that is just it's one of my favorite movies. But I mean, I agree with all you guys. I mean, like Wally, the Toy Story movies. There's even other movies that like I think that are not as well known, like Onward. It was a really good movie as well. I
Mm.
haven't seen that one
Yeah,
in a while.
yeah. Mhm.
Elementals is a wonderful flip film.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love
And
Elemental.
I have yet to see Elio. Has anybody by show of hands seen that one
Yeah.
yet? I know it's out
No,
on
haven't.
streaming. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Two out of the
I have two
five of us have
kids,
seen it.
so I have
Yeah,
two kids. They watched
that
it
makes
literally every
sense.
day for like 2 weeks straight. Like,
That makes complete sense. That makes complete sense.
Um,
So yeah, that's it. That's that. But I mean, The Incredibles 2 still a pretty good movie. But the first one is always going to be the one that just is like, yeah, it's so cool. No crying in that one either. I don't have to cry in that movie.
I think for me the journey from Incredibles 1 to 2 and Pixar keeping the secret that Jack Jack has powers from the parents for that long,
Yes.
that's so impressive. Like
Mhm.
for them to trust
Mm.
themselves that much to be like, okay, we are going to reveal it, but it'll be 14 years later, something like
Right.
that.
right.
Jack
And the
Jack
whole
is
Jack Jack
terrifying, by the
attack.
way. Like, oh
Yes,
my
he
god, that
is.
child.
Oh yeah.
Jack Jack's powers.
But I love it when Robert, Mr. Incredible, he's actually like trying to take care of the baby and he's like sleep deprived
Yeah.
and he's like nom nom cookie,
Oh,
nom
yeah.
nom, and he's trying to get him to come out of the portal that he's in or the alternate
Yeah.
universe or whatever it is. It's too much. It's
I
too
actually
much.
think Jack Jack is a caricature of what it is to take care of a child, because you actually do feel like when you're
Yes.
taking care of a child that they sometimes feel like Jack Jack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan knows.
Absolutely. And it's so funny. I love the babysitter scene too
Yeah.
in The Incredibles, because she's not trying to change Jack Jack. She's not trying to contain him. She's just like, all right, I got the mirror for the lasers. I got the fire extinguisher for when he's, sets himself ablaze. And
Right.
that's parenthood to a T. You just roll with the punches.
Absolutely. You improvise, right? All right. Well, we are near the end of our hour here. John, did you want to go besides MouseCon, which we've kind of promoted to death, coming out on November 2nd, Sunday, November 2nd in Concord, everybody?
Yeah.
Is there any other shows coming up that you would like to promote or any other work that you're doing? Because you are not just the voice of Andy, you were also the voice of Santa Boy in The Nightmare Before Christmas. A smaller
That's
part,
right.
obviously, but I mean, you had a part in
Yeah.
that, and that's pretty exciting. So, with
Mm.
that stuff that you've done, and is there any what other shows do you have coming up that you wanna talk about or promote?
So the best thing is if folks aren't already following me, they can follow me on Instagram.
Mhm.
And my handle is at John Charles Morris. Because that's where I always announce my upcoming appearances and events. I'm doing some with Ohana Comic Con here in
Oh, yes.
California.
Mhm.
And then I guess next month I'll be at NerdCon in Texas. That'll be
I love
fun.
that name.
Mary will be there also, Mary Gibbs,
Excellent.
and then I'll be at Cajun Con near New Orleans in December. So those are kind of the bigger ones coming up.
Nice.
But yeah, I always post on Instagram. I'll actually be at GameStop tomorrow night, which is kind of fun. I've been doing like pop-ups at local GameStops in the Bay Area.
That's so
And
cool.
yeah,
Nice.
like usually just lined up with like their releases of things, and then people are like, "Oh my gosh, hi," you know, I'm just there, and so that's been cool. And there, you know, a
Oh,
lot of people collecting Funkos at.
you even did that appearance at that Lego store in San Ramon, the same one that I went to once as well,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
so that's
yeah,
always a fun thing to do.
yeah, just kind of local Bay Area things. Um, so yeah, so following on Instagram is great, and then my people can DM me on Instagram. My email's in the bio. They can reach out to me to ask questions, or if they want voice acting coaching or
Mm,
lessons.
for sure.
And
Yeah.
I'm on Cameo if anyone wants shout outs, um, which are fun. And yeah, I've been going to Texas quite a bit. I'm just seeing Odie's comment. Uh, and it's fun because it's kind of like Woody and Buzz territory, because
Yeah.
it's, you know, with like the NASA connection and then the Woody
Mhm.
connection. So
Oh
it
yeah.
almost seems like a natural place to go in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a perfect fit. I love that.
yeah, and I'll be at GameStop Colma tomorrow night,
Colma. Okay.
starting at 6. Yeah, and I always post
Nice.
where I'm gonna be, but that'll be fun. They're doing like I think like a Pokemon release, and so they were like, "Come
That's
on
still a
down."
thing now, huh?
Yeah,
Pokemon's
it's
still
still a
big?
thing. So I was there for the
Wow.
Nintendo Switch 2 release, and now I'm
Oh,
going back
okay.
for the Pokemon release. So it's yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it'll be
Mhm.
fun.
Brian, I know you had one final comment to make before we close out here.
John, like we've been talking about, you're kind of the voice of a lot of our childhoods.
Aw.
Also your childhood, obviously, we're roughly the same age. So, I wanted to say thank you. I saw Toy Story
Aw.
1 before even my little sister was born. Tried to see Toy Story 2 in the theater, but somebody crashed into the electrical stuff. So we only got to see the first couple minutes when he comes in and he says stick him up, and Buster's like, yeah, not today, kid. That's where it ended for me in the theater. But just, absolutely must be amazing to have something like this, a character like Andy that just transcends, people's lives. So really,
Yeah.
really cool to get to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's why I love to talk to people at Toy Story. I love to hear the positive impact, the ripple effect. And you hear these statistics like billions of people saw the films, and it's sort of overwhelming to think about
Mm,
that. It's exciting, but it's also like I love to hear individual stories,
Yeah.
and like your favorite movies, your favorite characters, when you first saw them, and I love all that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry for now the technology here, but here for both of the times. Yeah.
I didn't catch the last part of that. I think it broke up a little bit again.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying sorry for the in and out
Oh,
with
As
the
it's happening.
technology. As it's happening.
I have
Yeah.
a weird feeling because I'm actually broadcasting from this not so stable Wi-Fi in this hotel that it might be tied to a server locally here, and that might be the reason. So I don't know. But John, I do appreciate your patience and your understanding and your time to being on tonight's show.
Oh yeah,
Um, you
of
are always a
course.
pleasure to have on the show. You are always welcome to come back and talk about anything you want to talk about, even if you want to do something different next time, where we're talking about your other favorite Pixar films or something of the like. But I know you're a busy guy, and we definitely appreciate your
Yeah.
time. So thanks for everything that you do.
Oh, thanks for
Appreciate you.
having me. Yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
we could do a
Done.
little Toy Story group next time too, like
Yeah.
Emily and
Yeah.
Jeff and
Believe me, it's crossed my mind, and I have a lot of talking to do at MouseCon because
yes.
if I can get y'all on, see, I just said it again, y'all. If I can get you all on the same show at
You
the
can
same
say
Own it.
time, that
Just
would be
own it.
epic. That would be, and I want to
Jason,
get
do
the
a little
Coco
Woody's
characters on
roundup.
too. What's that?
Do a little Woody's roundup.
That's right.
Woody's
Yeah.
A little
Come
Woody's
on, it's
Roundup.
time to play. Yeah.
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 Yes, I know the song. It's crazy. I've only seen it like a few times in the movie, but it's like you automatically know the song.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, on behalf of Main Gate Magic, I'd like to thank everybody in the audience for joining and participating. Thank you to my wonderful co-hosts, Thomas, Ryan, and Leia. Always a pleasure to have you guys on. Thank you so much for your contributions to the show. And stay tuned for our next episode on Tuesday. I apologize, I don't have the date on it here.
Oh no. Did we lose Jason this time?
Yeah, it's frozen.
He made negative comments about his
Sorry.
Wi-Fi. Oh no.
The
Tuesday,
Wi-Fi is getting back at
I
him.
know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I heard you.
Tuesday the 21st at 6 p.m.
Okay.
But I think he has the controls too.
He has the comms.
Oh no. Well, I'll say quick who my little Toy Story spirit animal is going back.
Yes.
It's so funny. He's so little. I love the little duck in the first one that's in Sid's room that like presses the little button. He's like,
Oh my gosh.
how's the little duck that like I don't know why. It's like I love it. Yeah, and it goes yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah.
cute.
What a pull.
How we're gonna end this show. I've never seen this before. Like,
Well, I mean, let's see. Oh, we can give it a few more minutes. I do have the power to end the stream. I just don't want to do it. Oh, he's back. Okay. Let's see.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Welcome
he's in
back.
2 pieces at once. Hey,
Wait, are we all here?
Jason.
Hold on.
Got it.
Hold on.
We have 2 Jasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have 2 Jasons? How in the heck did that happen? Let me boot this other weirdo.
Oh, there's John again. Yeah.
All right, and then let's move John
Hey.
back over here.
Hey.
How rude. That just like interrupted me in such an epic closing too. I was so proud of myself. No. So I think I was just in the middle of talking.
You
Sorry.
made negative comments. You made negative comments about the Wi-Fi, so it got you.
Yeah, I know. They must have somebody like listening to me right outside my hotel room.
Yeah.
So I think I was just talking about next Tuesday on the 21st. We will have Miss Mary Gibbs, the voice of Boo from Monsters Inc. on the show, to talk about her involvement in the movie and just Disney stuff in general. We've had her on the show before too, and she's such a delight to just talk to. So looking forward to having her back on the show. And again, thank you to everybody who was on here tonight. Thank you to all of our fans. And I'm just going to say goodnight before anybody else bombs out of their Wi-Fi zone. So thanks again, everybody, and we will see you all next week. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Thanks again,
Bye.
John. Bye-bye. Yes.
Hi, John.
Good night.
Thank you for tuning in to another fun-filled episode of Main Gate Magic. We hope you enjoyed the show. It's been our pleasure bringing a little Disney magic into your life. Please remain seated while the show comes to a complete stop, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. For more information about upcoming episodes, please make sure to follow, like, and subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. You are now free to exit the show. Please watch your step, and be sure to tune in next week for more Main Gate magic. Bye-bye.